The lights are dimming. A red carpet stretches out before you. Cameras flash, crowds scream, and there he is. Tom Cruise. That perfect smile, impeccable suit, that world-famous charismatic presence. One of Hollywood's biggest stars, the leading man in films that have grossed billions of dollars. From Mission Impossible to Top Gun, he's created countless iconic characters. The world loves him. The world admires him. But what if I told you that behind this seemingly perfect life, there's a truth you couldn't even imagine? What if I told you that the world's most powerful actor is actually the most visible face of the world's most controversial cult? Welcome to Midnight Files. Tonight we're diving beneath Hollywood's glittering surface into a dark world most people never see. Tonight's subject is Tom Cruise and Scientology. Ask yourself this question. Is he the world's most powerful actor, or is he a prisoner of the world's largest cult? Are you ready to find out? If stories like this intrigue you, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications. We dive deep into the mysteries others won't touch, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's open the archives. The year is 1986. Tom Cruise is only 24 years old. His star is rising with Top Gun. Hollywood's golden boy, young, handsome, talented. Everything seems perfect, and right at this moment a woman enters his life. Mimi Rogers, his first wife. But she's not just a wife. She's a door into Scientology, a gateway, a portal opening into the unknown. Mimi Rogers introduces Cruise to Scientology. At first it seems innocent enough. A belief system, personal development, spiritual cleansing. Sounds appealing, doesn't it? But Scientology doesn't stop there. Tom Cruise is quickly drawn into the organization. He takes courses, he moves up levels, and before long he rises to the highest ranks. But why? Why does Hollywood's bright star become so attached to this controversial organization? The answer is simple but disturbing. Scientology gives him power. It gives him purpose. And most importantly, it makes him feel special. But do you know what someone who truly believes in Scientology actually believes in? Get ready, because what you're about to hear is real. Scientology's most secret teaching is revealed at the OT3 level. OT, or operating thetan. This level is only revealed to those who have shown years of loyalty to the organization and paid tens of thousands of dollars. And here's that secret. 75 million years ago, there was a galactic dictator named Xenu. Xenu was facing an overpopulation problem. What did he do? He brought billions of beings to Earth, placed them inside volcanoes, and destroyed them with hydrogen bombs. But the story doesn't end there. The souls of these beings, called thetans, still live among us. They've attached themselves to our bodies. And they're controlling us. Scientology's purpose? To cleanse these bad thetans from our bodies through special sessions called auditing. Yes, you heard that right. Tom Cruise believes this. And this belief isn't just a weird science fiction story. This is Scientology's core teaching. A truth sold for millions of dollars. Think about it. One of the world's most famous actors is trying to cleanse himself of alien spirits from 75 million years ago. Creepy, isn't it? But the story gets even darker. Inside Scientology, there's a group called the Sea Organization. The organization's most loyal, most fanatical members, the elite, the inner elite. And every person who joins this group signs a contract, a 1 billion year contract. Yes, 1 billion years. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago, and these people are signing contracts to serve for 1 billion years. Why? Because according to Scientology, the soul is immortal. There's reincarnation. And you're bound to the organization not just for a lifetime, but for eternity. Tom Cruise isn't a Sea Org member, but he's at the organization's highest levels, at OT7 and OT8 levels, meaning he has access to the most secret, deepest teachings, and to reach this level he paid millions. He devoted his life. He dedicated his existence to Scientology. So is this a choice? Or is it a trap? Now I want to take you somewhere. In the middle of California, at the foot of the San Jacinto Mountains, a place isolated from the outside world. Gold Base, Scientology's international headquarters, a 500-acre complex, high walls, barbed wire, security cameras everywhere. From the outside, it looks like a high-level military facility, but what happens inside is much darker. Former members tell us that Gold Base operates like a prison. Sea Org members inside work 14 to 16 hours a day. They get paid $50 a week. They're separated from their families. Their connections to the outside world are cut off. And if they try to escape, the RPF, the Rehabilitation Project Force, punishment, psychological pressure, physical hardships, days, months of grueling labor, confessions, purification sessions. Some call it torture. Scientology calls it spiritual healing. Tom Cruise regularly visits Gold Base. He has special living quarters there, special staff, special treatment. He's the organization's prince. But the others, they're just servants. The year is 2006. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes get married. The media goes crazy, a fairy tale wedding in Italy, at a magnificent castle. Katie Holmes, a young, talented actress known from Dawson's Creek, a promising star, but soon something starts to change. Katie begins taking Scientology training, courses, sessions, events within the organization. Always one step behind Tom Cruise. Silent, smiling, an obedient wife. And then comes 2012. One night, completely unexpectedly, Katie Holmes files for divorce. But this isn't an ordinary divorce. Sources say Katie planned this for months in advance, secretly without telling anyone, because she knew that if Scientology found out, she could lose her daughter. Suri Cruise, their daughter, and according to Scientology rules, if one parent leaves the organization, the other parent can distance the child from them. Katie Holmes didn't take that risk. The night she filed for divorce, a prearranged team moved them to a safe location. Phones were changed, tracks were covered. Scientology wasn't allowed to learn anything. And it worked. Katie got full custody of her daughter, limited visitation rights for Tom Cruise, and most importantly, Suri would be kept away from Scientology. Katie Holmes escaped and was saved. But Tom Cruise? He's still inside. Now I'm going to give you another name. Most of you probably haven't heard it, but this name is at the center of this entire story. David Miscavige, the leader of Scientology, the man who took over after L. Ron Hubbard. He's 5'3", but his power is massive. David Miscavige runs Scientology with an iron fist. Former members talk about his fits of rage, violent incidents, psychological terror. Those who oppose him are either silenced or expelled from the organization. And Tom Cruise? He's Miscavige's closest friend. The relationship between them isn't just a religious bond. It's a personal friendship. Tom attends David's birthday parties, stands by his side at Scientology events, becomes the organization's promotional face. But this friendship has a price. Tom Cruise is Scientology's greatest propaganda. Every film he makes, every interview he gives, every event he attends increases the organization's prestige. Hollywood's brightest star is the world's most controversial cult's most visible defender. So does Tom know this? Is he aware he's being manipulated, or does he truly believe? But perhaps the most disturbing part is the missing people. Shelley Miscavige, David Miscavige's wife, hasn't been seen since 2007. No photos, no footage, no trace. Where is she? Is she alive? Nobody knows. Former members say she was sent to a place called the Hole, a secret punishment section at Gold Base. A tiny area, dozens of people locked together for days, weeks, months. Shelley is just one example. There are dozens, maybe hundreds of people. People who've lost contact with their families, isolated from the outside world, vanished. Disconnection, the policy of cutting ties. If someone leaves Scientology, all their loved ones in the organization must distance themselves. Mother, father, sibling, child. None of them can talk. None can communicate. This isn't a family, this is a control mechanism. And Tom Cruise, he's at the top of this system. Privileged, powerful, untouchable. But does he question it? Does he ever wonder about the victims of this system? Here's the biggest question. Why isn't anyone speaking up? Hollywood lives in Scientology's shadow. Hundreds of celebrities are quietly members. John Travolta, Kirstie Alley, Elizabeth Moss. Everyone knows, but nobody talks. Why? Because there's fear. Scientology is expert at silencing people. Lawsuits, threats, psychological pressure. If a member tries to leave, private investigators follow them. Their pasts are investigated, their secrets are exposed. This is called the fair game policy. If you're an enemy of Scientology, any method to destroy you is acceptable. And Tom Cruise? He's part of this system, perhaps the most important part, because he's Scientology's brightest face, its most trusted ambassador, and his silence is its most powerful weapon. Today, in 2024, Tom Cruise is still at the top of Hollywood. Top Gun Maverick was a massive success. The Mission Impossible series continues. The world still loves him. But Scientology? It's still there, still at the center of his life. In recent years, he's talked less about it, defended it less. Maybe he's aged, maybe he's tired, or maybe he's now aware of public pressure, because the world has changed. People are asking more questions now. Former members are writing books, making documentaries. Leah Remini educated millions with her series Scientology and the Aftermath. Tom Cruise isn't as untouchable as he used to be, but he's still inside, still believing, still committed. So why? Why doesn't he leave? Maybe he's afraid, maybe he's invested too much. Maybe he truly believes, or maybe he just doesn't see a way out anymore. And here we are at the end of another Midnight Files case. Tom Cruise and Scientology, an actor and a cult, a friendship or a hostage relationship. I'm asking you, is Tom Cruise free, or is he in plain sight of the world, a calculated prisoner of the biggest cult? What is the truth? Maybe none of us can ever fully know, because Scientology's secrets are hidden behind high walls, in classified documents, in missing people. But one thing is certain. One of Hollywood's brightest stars lives in darkness, and that darkness may be much deeper than we think. Tonight, we opened a window for you. We looked into the dark corners of this world, and maybe, just maybe, we understood the truth a little better. So what do you think? Is Tom Cruise a victim or a willing participant? If this investigation made you think, leave a like on this video. And if you want more deep dives into the secrets the world tries to hide, subscribe to Midnight Files. We'll be back next week with another case that will keep you up at night. Until then, keep your eyes open. The truth is always darker than it appears, and this is Midnight Files.